Let's continue our SEO series, but this time we're going to talk about not how to optimize your website, but how to optimize for things off of your website, outside of your website. And if you're just starting with SEO, you might find this to be kind of confusing. Why would you optimize for things that are not your website? Well, it, there's a whole industry behind this. It's called off-page SEO. And if you optimize your own website perfectly, that's only half the equation, if not 30% of the equation. There's a lot more you need to do. So like we talked about with this SEO series, I want to give you a full overview of what SEO is and what the important things are. So this is video 4. In the first 3 videos, we gave you an overview of what Google finds valuable. In the next video, we talked about the Google bot and how it kind of understands the web. In the third video, we gave you an overview of what you should be focused on when you're creating content and adding pages to your site. And just that bird's eye overview is enough to get you in a pretty good position when it comes to optimizing your site. But now we're going to give you an even better vantage point because we're going to show you the important things that happen off of the site. So my name is AJ Pactel. I'm the founder of several companies, including a popular link building service and a growing SEO software. So what is offsite SEO? Even if you create this amazing website, it can still end up going unnoticed by Google. And oftentimes, other less deserving websites may get that attention instead only because they're screaming louder. Essentially, offsite SEO and SEO in general is a popularity contest. So why should you optimize for offsite? Well, if it's a popularity contest, let's harken it to high school, where if you wanted to fit in, if you wanted to be popular, you're trying to make yourself look as cool as possible. But if others don't recognize you as being cool, you're probably not going to be popular. And what are the steps to becoming the most popular kid in school? How do you become popular when it comes to search? Well, you know that Google wants to show the best results, right? We know that Google does a lot of analysis in order to achieve this. It has to crawl through the entire internet, and then it's got that database, and then it's got users searching in google.com, and it's got to understand what that user really means. Like when they type in a phrase, is it local intent? Is it national intent? Are they researching? Do they want a solution? Do they want to buy something? Google has to pair that user intent, and then it's got to analyze its entire database to see what the number 1 result is, the 2 result, so on and so forth. That's really difficult to do. Really, really difficult to do. Let's say you're doing the search for the keyword best link building software. There's 33 million results. And how is Google supposed to rank 33 million results? Well, they need help to figure out who's popular. And over time, they've refined their popularity algorithm to look for a certain type of popularity. Because being popular itself is not enough. You want to be popular in the group that Google prefers you to be popular in, like the high quality content, the quality links. You can be popular in like the hacker group, right? You can be really good at hacking. Like Google's eventually going to like find you, penalize you, get rid of you. So not only is it about being popular, but it's about being popular in the right types of groups. And if we're going to keep using the high school example, then let's talk about the different groups you find in high school. This is similar to like, there's so many different ways of doing SEO that each way comes with its benefits, its negatives, and we want to be in the group that Google wants you to be in. So let's just kind of go through the list real quick. So let's say the first group is hackers, right? Their claim to fame is that they love messing with the algorithm. They like getting an edge over their competition, and they're good at what they do, so they get SEO results, and they can do it quickly, they can do it cheaply, with less effort. But the risks of using hacks for SEO is that it's usually not best practices. It's usually automated kind of stuff. It's usually things that have an expiration date. And the end result of this type of approach is that they'll rank quickly, but they will eventually get penalized and have to start all over again. This is what I'd kind of consider a black hat SEO. It's people who understand the algorithm and then use automation and different types of tactics to trick Google into giving them rankings and authority. Next are the geeks. They're geeks because they love the industry that they're in. They create amazing content. They really know their stuff. And the content is amazing, but a risk of this kind of group is maybe they're not the best promoters out there, right? Maybe they're not building links. Maybe they're not doing the things off the site that are important, like gaining backlinks and networking with different bloggers. So even though the content is great, they're not popular enough. They don't have enough backlinks to show up on page one or the #1 result. Now let's talk about the emo kids. We'd consider these as highly experimental, but they get discouraged easily, and that they're willing to start up with SEO and they're willing to take that risk, but they might get discouraged and impatient and quit before the work pays off. So the characteristic for them might be that they do the right things the way people tell you to do them, but they just get impatient. They lack the discipline to stick with it. And then if they had just kept going on the pathway, they eventually would have gotten results. But instead, they stopped too quickly, and they didn't get any results. And they probably think that SEO doesn't work and it's mumbo jumbo. Now, the jocks and the cheerleaders, of course, they're highly popular. Maybe they're not as focused on academics, so they're very popular. They generate a lot of backlinks. Google recognizes them, but the content on the actual site isn't that popular. So what ends up happening is that they may rank high just based on the sheer power of their backlinks and their popularity, but eventually Google can derank them because once people do a search and they click on the result, they're immediately bouncing off of the page. It's creating a bad user engagement signals. So this could lead to a deranking. Let's talk about the hipsters. They also like to experiment with new things. They're looking for the latest SEO edge. They might think that the basics are overplayed and not worth doing. And while they're busy optimizing for things like voice search, they might ignore the basics of great on-site optimization, building high quality backlinks, consistently reaching out and promoting their content. And while they're experimenting with new stuff, if they don't have the basics down, they probably won't get the best type of results. And then we can talk about the high school group, the preps. Now, these are people who are generally popular and also academically inclined. They can create great content, but also give off good popularity signals. Maybe a risk is that they play it too safe and they don't rise to the level where they can be if they focused on one thing or another. But ultimately, it's this balanced approach of high quality content, high quality outreach, talking to people, getting your brand known. This is the approach that Google likes to see. This is the approach that Google's probably not going to penalize because it's just focusing on quality. So let's say we get that popularity, right? And I've been talking a lot about popularity and backlinks, and let's start breaking down. If you're jumping into this video and you haven't seen my previous videos, I'll quickly define what a backlink is. So if for example, this is my website, linkio.com. Let's say I'm trying to build backlinks to this SEO tools page because I want to be more popular. I've created this amazing content. It's highly long form, tons of information, but it's not popular yet. There's only 13 referring domains and my competitors have like over 100. So I'm busy every day doing outreach and trying to get links. So let's say that this is a link that I just got. Let's see what it looks like. Now, complete guide to on-site SEO. That's great. Let's see if I can find my link here. Tools like. Okay. So here's the anchor text tools. And if you click it, I'll just open a new window. It's actually going to my linkio.com/SEO tools page. So this is a link from this page to my page. It's a link that links back to my article. Therefore, it is a backlink. And you can see that the keyword is a partial match for my main keyword, which is SEO tools. It's coming from a high quality site that talks about SEO. So relevancy signals are good. Trust signals are good. Contains a part of the keyword. So far, that's looking pretty good. So if we're talking about popularity, we want the backlink itself, we want trust, and we want relevancy. Now, what would your website look like if we were using low quality link building? Let's say that this is your website here, and then you got a link from a low quality site, another low quality site, maybe one decent site, maybe one that's also low quality, and maybe one decent site. So of the 5 sites you have, only one is good, and you scale that up times 20, then really Google's seeing that your website is associated with spammy websites. Okay. On the flip side, let's say you only had one spammy site and the rest of the sites were pretty good. Well, then you multiply that by 5, and all of a sudden you're in a pretty good neighborhood, and you're boosting your trust signals because you're surrounding yourself with websites that link to you that are also trustworthy. Okay. Now, so that's the existence of the backlink. Think of it as this arrow. We know that a website is good because it's considered high quality. We won't get into the ways of measuring quality or not. We'll just keep this high level. And then we can also talk about relevancy, because so in this example, here's the article. It's talking about a complete SEO guide. And within the page title and page URL, it says SEO guide, on-site SEO. Let's see what other backlinks I have going to this page. So if I wanted to rank for the keyword, say link building software, and I got a link from a quality site on a page that focused on general marketing. Like for example, here's a page that talks about best internet marketing 2016. So internet marketing and link building software, that's related. Now, what if instead of saying general marketing, the title and the URL of this page was something like link building software instead, like best link building software, right? And let's say the title also included the word link building software. Now, because I want to rank for the keyword link building software, and I have quality websites from quality articles that also are talking about link building software, these are improved relevancy signals to help Google understand that, well, yes, this is a quality link. Yes, it's from a quality site, but it's such a relevant article that even this article that talks about link building software is linking to this other article about link building software. So we're stacking on trust, relevance, and quality. And you can refine this stuff as much as possible. I don't go crazy with it. I just want a quality backlink, and I want to build as many as possible. And then if it contains these additional signals as well, great. But it's not something I'm hyper focused on. So the takeaway essentially here is, as you start an SEO plan, you need to keep in mind these important aspects of offsite SEO. You want to focus on not just stopping when you hit the publish button, but how do you build backlinks to your site, to your homepage, to your inner pages, to your blog post pages? How do you make sure that they're high quality, and how do you kind of tweak the relevance to make your results come faster with even less effort? There's the intro for offsite SEO. Contact me at ajay@linkeo.com. Check out Linkeo to get a sense of what your existing backlink profile looks like. So when you're building links and you're working on off-page SEO, you know what anchor text to use next. And then if you want additional resources, check out our resources page on the linkeo.com site. Thanks so much.